Just before 3 a.m. today, the mining tax bills passed the House of Representatives, and the government is hailing it as sharing the benefits of the boom. The deal was sealed when Labor agreed to a demand by the Greens. Shortly, 7:30's political editor Chris Uhlmann will be joined by Greens leader Bob Brown to discuss just what the compromise involved. But first to the day in Parliament, where the government celebrated and the opposition's blood pressure rose.
Because it's Monty Python. It's Monty Python. Bob Brown, he's like leader of the Judean front. What have the Romans done for us? What has the mining industry done for us? We are just going flat out towards the ground. There is no one running this show.
The morning after, the night before.
It's just Pandemonium Palace.
Barnaby Joyce railed against the mining tax bill which had cleared the lower house in the wee small hours.
Speaker, the Parliament now having passed 250 pieces of legislation, I move that the House do now adjourn.
It was an agonisingly slow ordeal as the House divided 32 times and tempers frayed.
It is still the sitting of the 22nd, and anybody that was warned on the 22nd remains warned.
The final hurdle was cleared in a late-night deal with the Greens. That party had balked at a government-supported amendment from independent Andrew Wilkie that lifted the rate at which the tax cut in and cut the revenue by about $20 million a year.
I'd like to tell you what that offsetting revenue measure is, but the government has said that they'll make that announcement in the next couple of days.
With the new day came some clarity. The $100 million lost over 5 years would be plugged with $140 million saved by delaying for a year a tax cut on money transfers between foreign banks and their Australian branches.
The government has decided to action a modest savings measure. We had it in contemplation in the course of preparing for the mid-year economic and fiscal outlook.
The mining tax will raise $11 billion over 4 years and fund a list of promises, from a company tax cut to paying for the tax concessions that come with lifting compulsory superannuation savings from 9% to 12%. That will be phased in over 7 years and increase super savings by $550 billion by 2035.
What we must do is to spread the benefit of this boom to every corner of our country.
The opposition is unmoved.
The government rammed this thing through the Parliament in the dead of night without allowing members of Parliament to have the full facts. The support of the Greens was bought by a secret deal.
And the tax faces another hurdle next year.
This tax is now a pale shadow of what it was when it was recommended by Ken Henry, and we will still, in the Senate, continue to try and improve.